So you've got Hawaii on your list of places to retire. Is it right for you? Speaking of family, a lot of people are under the impression that if they retire in Hawaii, that family is going to be visiting them. I got some bad news. Ain't gonna happen. Let's talk about it. Aloha, I'm Peter Kay, and I've been living the dream in Hawaii since the 80s. I connect with people that want to live in Hawaii, so if that's you, this is your channel. Get subscribed, click on the notification. We turn out with videos every other week. Okay, so in retirement, or anything actually, family's not coming to Hawaii. Here's the rule. Only count on existing family members that have already been repeat visitors to Hawaii. If they come to Hawaii often, they're going to continue to come to Hawaii often. The rest of the family, they might come and see you once. You know, as part of their, if they ever wanted to go to Hawaii for a vacation, they'll come now. Because you're going to save them some money probably, right? They're going to stay with you, save some hotel money, maybe save some car money. So it'll be worth it. But that's about it. Now, like I said, I've lived in Hawaii since the 80s. Do the math, a lot of years. And I've got a big Greek family on the mainland. Now, I would say that most of them have come to visit. Most of them, it's been on their honeymoon. Now, out of all that, one family has come twice. Two families have come twice or more. Two families have come 3 times. And one comes back every year. But that's my daughter. And she was born and raised here. So what you quickly will find out after you've moved here is that the kids will come rarely, if at all, or they'll only come once. I think Dylan summarized it best.
I hate to break it to you, but your kids are not going to visit you as often as you think they are. That's almost 100% of the time I get that feedback.
Here's the bottom line. You will be going to the mainland 10 times more than family will be coming to visit you. Easy. Hey, are you on my newsletter? In the description, I've got a link to the webpage. Get on the newsletter. I send out a free one every week. I invite you to the live show. We have a live show every other Friday. You'll get invites to that. We got great articles, the latest videos, photos of Hawaii. You want to be on that. Click on the link, get subscribed. You could always unsubscribe and get on it. You might wonder, well, why not? Why doesn't family come over often? I got 4 reasons. Number 1, Hawaii's really expensive. This is not going to be cheap. And, you know, if you're talking about maybe a family of 4 to come out to Hawaii, it's going to cost a lot. Airfare alone is going to set them back thousands. Number 2, not everybody loves Hawaii the way you do. You know, chances are they've only got time for 1 vacation a year. And they might take 1 vacation to see you, but it ain't going to be every year. Number 3, there's other places that people want to go to on a vacation. They don't just want to make Hawaii the only place. And number 4, finally, you know, they're not that into you. You know, it's one thing to drive over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house. It's one thing to drive there. It's another thing to spend thousands of dollars on a long flight to get there. You know, you're talking at least a full day of travel just to get to Hawaii for the most part, and a visit to you that's going to cost them a lot. So how does this affect your retirement plans? I'd be curious about this. Leave me some comments and tell me how knowing, having a better understanding about family not visiting you in retirement, does that change your plans at all? Let me know. If family is a really big part of your life and in your retirement you really want to be surrounded by family, Hawaii's not for you. Not the right place. Now, I've got another video on the channel that you should check out that talks about a broader picture about family and goes into detail. Look into that. Just search on my channel, Family in Hawaii. So if you're okay with coming to Hawaii and knowing that your family's not going to be visiting, well, that has an effect on things. For one, don't get the big house. Now, I talk about the right kind of house that you should get in another video in this series, so check that one out. So if you've been thinking that
I need the big house with a ohana or extra area because my kids are going to be here all the time,
it's probably going to be a huge waste of money, especially in Hawaii where we've got some of the most expensive real estate in the country. So you're over that part, so now you're going to get a condo instead. A small condo, 1 or 2 bedroom, just enough for the 2 of you. What do you do when family does visit? Not enough room. Well, Dylan gave us the easy solution to that.
maybe just rent a big house for 2 weeks, once a year, once every 2 years, when your family comes to visit, and they don't have to be in your house.
Now we talk about what you need to get for the right house for you in another video in this series. You want to check that one out. That'll give you all the tips that you need. But the bottom line for retirement planning that you need to know, if you want to live in this beautiful place like I'm right now, is that family visits are few and far between, and you should plan accordingly. Take that into account. I've got a playlist for retiring in Hawaii. You want to check that out. We talk about all aspects of it, like the right district, financial planning, living modestly, all that stuff. Check those out. All right, you got a question for me? In the description, I've got a link to a form for your questions. Submit your question there, leave your name and where you're from so I can give you credit. I'm Peter Kay, and I've been living in Hawaii most of my life. I didn't want to wait till retirement. But if retirement's what you got in Hawaii, go for it. Aloha.